Today, we'll be taking a look at the door bellows on this Whirlpool front-load washing machine. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, you must first remove this top panel. Now in order to do so, on the back here we have 3 1/4" screws that have to be removed. Let's take these out. Then to remove the top panel, you will simply push back, start to lift up, and set it to the side. Now that we have that taken off, let's go ahead and start to remove the console. We have 2 1/4" screws on top. Pull these out here. Then let's slide the dispenser out. You'll press the button toward the back left and remove it. And underneath here, we have 2 T20 Torx screws that have to be taken out. Once you have these removed, you start to slide back on the dispenser a little bit, and you'll lift up on the console to slide it forward. Disconnect your Molex inside of here. Gently pinch and pull. And then set your console to the side. Now that we have that removed, we went ahead and propped the unit up on a piece of wood so we can remove the 4 screws underneath. Take these out and set it to the side. Next, we'll move up and open the door. There's a couple things we'll have to do. First, you're going to have to find the spring for the bellow, and you'll have to pull off the spring portion for the seal. Put that down, and we're going to push the seal rubber in. So lift off. Then use a T20 Torx to remove the 2 screws for your door lock. Pull that out and make sure this is pushed in. And lastly, we have 3 5/16 screws that have to be taken out. I'm going to start with the middle one. Close the door. Remove the others. When I'm removing the last one though, I'm gonna hold my knee up to the front to make sure it doesn't fall. Pull out the last one, lift up on the panel, and set it to the side. Now that we have the top bracket removed, we have clear access to all portions of the front bellow seal. Now the main reason why you'd be replacing the seal is if it is leaking. When you have everything apart, you can do a really good visual inspection. Sometimes you can't really see them inside. So if you are getting continuous water, make sure you go around it and check. And of course, if it has a rip, it will need to be replaced. Now, to replace it, first, we're going to remove this clamp and pull off the hose. And then we are going to remove this piece here from the inside of your bellows. Just pull it out. We'll set it to the side. Then on the top, we have 1 screw that kind of activates the clamp. So we will loosen it, and this is gonna loosen the clamp and drag it out. That should be enough. Pull it up around the bellows and set it to the side. And then we can pull off the actual seal itself. You'll pull it out from the inside and lift it up off the top and drag it all the way around and set it to the side. When installing your new bellows, you're going to want to line it up and try to get the top. You'll have a little kind of triangle at the top. You want that to be directly center. And it has a little line on the tub to show you where the center portion is. And then you want to start to pull back on the seal and mount it on the outside of the tub. So flex out, push in. And then on the inside, you have to flex the inside in too. So as we're going, I'm going to start to curl the inside rubber around the inside of the drum and keep tucking it in. This is a slow process, but it has to be perfect to avoid any leaks. And once again, as we're going, make sure you're tucking it around the outside of the outer shell. All right, now let's finish up the inside here. And as you get further, it gets a little easier. Almost at the end here. Put the rest around. Make sure it's tucked in all the way around, and then all the way around the shell. Then we will slide your ring back on. There we go. You may have to adjust it because you want it to be directly center so that your screwdriver can fit in to tighten the screw. There we go, we're mounted all the way around. And let's slide in here and tighten it up. You should get pretty close to the end. Just make sure it's tight all the way around. We have to slide in our spray nozzle, and it needs to point with the exit portion pointing inside the drum. So slide it through. It should kind of clip in place here. We will slide back on our top hose and re-secure the clamp. Now we can reinstall the front panel. When reinstalling your front panel, we're going to get one screw ready. And then we're going to line up the front, lift it up, and hook it on the sides. It gives us just a little bit of hold there to where we can reinstall the first few screws. Should line it up. Install this one, install this one. Reinstall this one. Next, let's reinstall the door latch. We'll go ahead and open the door, and we'll want to reinstall the door switch. So we'll bring our drill and the screws. We'll have to reach in, figure out how the door switch goes on here. Goes like this. Let's start to put a screw in here and tighten it up. And reinstall the second screw. Make sure you hold on to the door lock. Then let's bring our bellow seal in and start to put it over your lip. You'll twist up and push in, go all the way around. Make sure you are secure all the way, and then we can reinstall the spring. When reinstalling your spring, we will position the spring portion on the bottom and then get it lined up on the top. Try to get it as center as possible. I'm going to use a small Phillips screwdriver to put it into the hole of the spring on the opposite side. Use my hip to hold it. Make sure it's lined up on the top. And then I'm going to use a pair of pliers to pull over, work the spring around the bellows. All the way around until it tucks under. Make sure the door closes, and now we will reinstall the screws on the bottom. Now with the unit propped back up, let's go ahead and reinstall the underside screws. And now we can reinstall the console. When reinstalling your console, first you're going to bring it in at an angle and gently slide back in our Molex. Then slide it in to where it hooks onto the front. Should clip in place. We will bring our dispenser back into position and then go ahead and reinstall your 2 Torx screws. Slide back in your drawer, switch back over and reinstall the 2 1/4-inch screws on the top. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling your top panel, you'll want to start it back a little ways, and you'll want the slotted portion to be on the front, the screw portion to be on the back. Drop it down and it'll stick out probably about a 1/4 inch. Drop it in, and finally, let's go ahead and reinstall the 3 screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.